So today is going to be all about scripts. More specifically, what's a phone script that you or your team can follow to convert as many cleaning jobs as possible? It's something that I've put off for a while because I used to be of the train of thought where I wasn't a big fan of scripts. I always thought that people who follow scripts sound robotic and more like hard charging salesmen, but then I realized that there's a difference between following a script and sounding scripted. Now, of course, we don't want to sound scripted when we're following these processes, but you do have to go through the ropes and follow some type of process that is proven and repeatable, because you're not going to get any better if you don't. So what I did is I put together a training. I'm just going to share my screen. We're going to go through it together. And this is going to be a flashback to some of the older style videos I used to do where it was good old presentation slideshow with me narrating in the background. So, without further ado. All right. So the Celebrity Maid phone script, how you guys can start closing more cleaning service jobs. All right. So to dive right into it, we're going to first cover the different communication channels that you're typically going to find yourself when you're closing deals. The most notable ones are really going to be SMS, email, Facebook Messenger, or if you're using a chat bot or something like that. It could also be through a chat widget, contact form fill, phone call, of course, voicemail. But more importantly, most of the sales that you're going to be dealing with your company are going to be happening on a combination of these platforms. It's really unlikely that you have just one channel that you do all of your communication on when you're speaking to a prospect. With prioritizing closing over the phone, you're building a certain skill set that you just wouldn't get from, text message and email and all these other channels. But it's the most straightforward process. Like, this is going to give you your best odds of closing people. Now, if you run into the situation where a phone call is not possible for whatever reason, then your next best thing is to focus on SMS, right? That's going to be your next best solution. If you can't get someone on the phone, maybe they don't feel comfortable or they don't have time, something like that. I just quickly want to reiterate what the sales process looks like and why we're doing this. So starting with the advertisements or the funnel that we're sending traffic through, and this doesn't, by the way, have to be paid advertising. This could also be people that find you organically or come through SEO or something like that. But the whole point is that if someone enters into your world, we want the prospects to give us some information about themselves. Most importantly, pre-request a date and time for their cleaning. All right. We always want them to at least pre-commit, make that micro commitment to a certain date and time, because it's going to make it easier to sell them later on. And then the next stage of the sales process is the phone call, right? This is what we're prioritizing. And we want to do two things on this phone call: answer their questions and confirm the booking. That's it. Anything else is just a waste of time. We want to really stay on path and do these two things. And then last but not least, the service. That's where you guys are going to sell them into recurring service, hopefully. So if you're in commercial, of course, we want to close contracts. And for house cleaning, recurring should be your guys' goal that you're striving for, not just the one-time cleans. This training, by the way, is a little bit more geared towards residential. With commercial, you definitely want to focus more on in-person closing and in-person talking to these people, because that's going to give you your best odds. All right, so now let's go over the components for a high converting phone script. And these components are often overlooked or just flat out missing from people's processes. So the first one is going to be having implied authority. So what this means is that when you get on the phone with a prospect, you want to assume that they heard you from some type of award that you guys won, or some type of article you were featured in. If you have something that's genuine to your company that you guys were featured in or sponsored through, use that to your advantage and actually say that on the phone. So even if it's something that happened in the past, like years ago, or even just several months ago, let's just pretend that you won the Reader's Choice Award, which one of our clients actually happened to do that this year. So you could use that in your script and you could say, "Oh, hey, yeah, are you calling because you heard about us from the Reader's Choice Award, by the way?" Right? Or, "Hey, did you hear about us from our feature on Channel 8 News? Or did you hear about us on the local event that we recently hosted and sponsored through X Cafe or X Sports Team?" right? So if you guys have something like this, definitely use it to your advantage. But if you don't, the next best thing you can do, if you are running paid advertising, is you could just use that as your implied authority. So you could say, oh, hey, are you calling about us because of our recent video ad that went viral? And then they'll say yes. And you could say, oh, yeah, we've been getting a lot of people calling about that. And then, you move into the script, right? So the next thing is going to be reassurance. And you always want to make these prospects feel like they made the right choice speaking to you. So you are indeed the company that they should go with, and you want to establish this. So one of the easiest ways to do this is just simply repeat to them where they're located. And by getting their city or zip code through a contact form, this is why it's so advantageous. Not only do you probably need that information just to confirm that you can clean for them, but by having that information and just saying it back to them simply, it establishes some feeling of rapport between you and them. And the most natural way to go about this could just be saying something like, so I see you're located in New Haven or whatever city they're in. And then just say, awesome. Yeah, New Haven is actually one of our most popular areas for cleaning services. We'd love to welcome you to the family. So that is the easiest way to go about reassurance, is just repeating to them the area that they're located in. And if possible, make it sound like it's a very popular area for your service. Now, the third thing on this list is going to be adding scarcity and urgency. If this is missing from your script, you are going to lose a lot of sales. And that's because as human beings, we love to procrastinate. If you give someone the option to book your service now, or talk it over with their spouse, or go over the numbers or whatever it is, people are going to put it off for weeks, if not months, and then next thing you know, they forgot about your service and they're no longer interested. If someone took out the time to fill out a form, they're already 70% there. We just have to push them over the 30%. And by adding some type of scarcity and urgency into your offer, that is going to help secure that booking. Incentivize them to book not later, not tomorrow, but today. And one of the best things that you guys can say on the phone to them is actually offering them as part of your package deal, is saying, hey, look, we're actually including a free oven cleaning for anybody who books between now and the end of the week as a new client sign-on bonus. Is this something you want to do? And most of the time, people are going to say yes to this. All right. So this is 90% of closing the sale. But ironically enough, this is also missing about 90% or more of people's sales processes. Trust me, if you guys do some of these things, you are going to see an increase in your conversions. And what I wanted to do is actually show you some examples of what this looks like. So here's an example of what a simple phone call might look like. So you're addressing the lead. Hey, first name, it's Evan from Blank Cleaning Service located here in Danbury. So I saw you claimed a spot for our most popular service, the deep cleaning, deluxe cleaning and organization service. By the way, did you find us from our Reader's Choice Award? Right. And then you wait for them to respond. They'll either say, oh, yes, I did see that. Or they'll say, oh, no, I just saw your Instagram ad, whatever it is. And you could be like, okay, gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what, I see that you're located in New Haven, which is actually one of our most popular areas. Not only would we love to welcome you to our family, but we're actually offering a free oven cleaning for free on the house for clients who book an appointment this week. Is that something you're interested in? And then you wait for them to respond, yes, right? So once they respond, that's when you say, great, let's get you booked in. Do mornings typically work better for you, or afternoons typically work better? And then they'll probably say, yeah, usually mornings are fine, blah, blah, blah. And then offer them one or two suggested days and times that you guys are available, and book them on the calendar. So let's dissect this a little bit. So we're addressing their name. Hey, first name, it's your name from business name, blah, blah, blah. You claim the spot for our most popular service, and then having a special offer. This is why I'm so adamant about having this in your marketing, is it helps people make a decision, giving people a reason, to book your service, but you can also use it in your phone script. So if you say like, okay, I saw that you claimed our special deluxe deep cleaning and organization service. And then you follow that up by saying, by the way, did you find us through our implied authority? We're kind of stacking two things that are unique, because most of the time when they're getting quotes from cleaning companies, the owners are not saying this on the phone. So this will set you apart. Then we're doing the reassurance. So I see you're located in blank city, which is actually one of our most popular areas. So guys, even if you don't have any clients in that area, that's fine. You could still say it's one of our most popular areas. You can even go further into this and say, yeah, we actually have our teams going through there this Friday. Our teams are going to be spending most of our time. Do you want us to book you in for then? Right. So if you can actually tie it to a specific day from when your team tends to travel in that city, that's just like a bonus for you. Last but not least, having the upsell, the free oven cleaning or the free toilet brush or whatever it is, if you can add that, that is enough to push people over the edge. So now let's just say that people don't respond to this first phone call. Not a worry, because we have a follow-up. So you would try calling again. Try calling them a different time, by the way, that you're going to be doing this. But you could say, hey, is this lead's name? Awesome. It's Evan with Blank Cleaning Service. I want to thank you for your interest in our voucher for our deep cleaning and sanitization deluxe package. Wait for them to respond and then follow this script, right? But let's just say that they sound really busy and they're trying to like get you off the phone. If you have to cut the conversation short, then you could resort to, well, it sounds like you're busy. So how about I text you a link to our calendar and you could schedule at your own time. And this is when you would send them, your Calendly link, or if you use like a different type of booking software, something like that. All right. Now, not everybody is going to answer the phone. There are going to be some leads that are impossible to reach. So this is where we leave voicemails, right? So let's just start with the first phone call. If they don't respond, we're going to leave them a voicemail. So make sure you're upbeat. Let the whole the whole theme of this is that if you don't hear from them, you want to let them know that you are going to follow up with them. So make sure you say that in your voicemail. So a sample might say, hey, Carlos, it's Evan with Blank Cleaning Service. Thanks for signing up for our deep cleaning deluxe and sanitization package. Everyone here in New Haven really seems to love it, and we're hoping to get you the experience soon too. So if you're open later this week, like Friday afternoon, I see that our team's going to be in your area. We could fill you in on the schedule of that. We also have some openings early next week, Monday or Tuesday. Either way, I'd love to sign you up for that time. So if that works, call me or text me at your number and ask for Evan. Right? Thanks so much. We'll talk soon. All right. So that's a voicemail. If they don't respond to that first voicemail, you can send another one that's going to be, hey, lead's name. So, hey, Carlos, it's Evan with Blank Cleaning Service. Thought you should know we'll be closing down the deep cleaning and sanitization deluxe package as our cleaning staff's calendar is almost fully booked for the next month. I did see you come in, so I want to give you the first right of refusal to book your spots. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume this is something you're no longer interested in, but I'll just give you a call one more time tomorrow. There's no guarantee we'll have any spots left, so just get back to me as soon as possible. Thanks. Your name. All right. So that is essentially the phone script process, and I am going to be leaving you guys this script in the description of this video as a little bonus for watching this training. Follow this, watch your conversions increase, and you will have more fun with your marketing.